What's up, guys? This is Game Fanatic Cook. As a lot of you know, I just recently started my Dead by Daylight journey. I just bought the game like 4 or 5 days ago. I've been playing it a lot recently on stream, made a couple videos about different things about the game, and honestly, I just wanted to come here and tell you my thoughts on Dead by Daylight as a new player with about 15 hours in the game total. And I just want to say so far it's been an overwhelmingly positive experience. Watching videos about DBD, watching people talk about DBD, it gives you an impression of an extreme level of toxicity, an extreme level of unfairness and difficulty, and that's just not true if you're a newer player. I'm sure at the highest level there is like some really bad balancing issues. I'm sure cheating might be more rampant. I'm sure toxicity might be higher with more skilled players. But in my personal experience so far, everyone I've faced has been, very kind. Sometimes I talk after matches with players in chat. Everyone just has a good time, compliments each other, jokes about things that happened in the match. It's honestly just been a wonderful experience. And maybe it's just the lower ranks that are that, more fun experience. But it sucks because I feel like the longevity of DBD is hurt because there's not a lot of new players coming, because new players see these videos, or maybe old players that stop playing see these videos. They're like, yeah, DBD's toxic, it's not a game I want to play. Even though it looks fun, the community is so bad, I don't want to be a part of it. Well, in my experience, in my first 15 hours, I have yet to have a single bad experience with, anyone. It's honestly just been a fun time. I've only had good experiences or neutral experiences. And I take that back. I have had one bad experience where the killer and the survivors teamed. But besides that one game, out of probably 50 games, I have not had a single issue from both the killer and survivor side. So 1 out of 50 for bad games is pretty good. And mostly it's been lots of fun. Like even yesterday, I remember I played against the pig killer. We lost, but it was a super fun time. And after the game, we were joking around, complimenting each other, making jokes about the pig. And it was just really fun. And another time we lost to a trapper, we suck, guys, okay? We lost to the 2 worst characters in the game, I get it. But we lost to a trapper, and, after that game, we were talking about, one person escaped through hatch, so technically survivors won. And it was just a really fun time. And then as a killer, I've not had a single bad interaction. Now, I find it a lot easier to win this killer. My killer win rate is damn near 100%. I think I've lost 2 games of maybe 25 games. I've lost maybe 2. If not less, if not a better ratio than that. I usually play as Wraith, and I have a few games as Trapper as well. I have a 100% win rate with Trapper, and 90% with Wraith. But yeah, the killer experience has been great as well, and I've only had good experiences as a killer. No one's been toxic. I haven't got bully squatted, or whatever that is, I haven't got insulted in the post-game lobby, even though I usually win pretty quick. It's just been, everyone's been cool, everyone's having a good time. I upvote people I play. I usually end up upvoting the people I play with. So, I'm making this video because I want to say to those players that, maybe haven't played DBD in a long time and think it's toxic now, all toxic, or maybe people that just want to give the game a try, definitely play it, dude, because for the first 15 hours, it's just been really fun. Now, I bought the game for $8 on sale on Steam, so 15 hours of really good fun with no toxicity is pretty damn good for an $8 game, to me at least. So yeah, I don't know. And honestly, I don't know about the skill levels. I don't know about the pay to win aspect, which I've also seen people argue is that's a pay to win game. I don't know if that's true because I'm still in the lower levels, but at the lower levels, it does seem that's heavily skewed in the killer's favor, even though every video you watch says it's in the survivor's favor in the later game. So, there's obviously, a change of skill at one point to where survivors are better and killers are worse. But right now, I'm using just the perks that come with Wraith, and it's going great. I use, Bloodhound. I use, I don't know what else. I use, Shadow Vision. I use Sloppy Butcher, and I use something else, too. I forgot what it was. But I just used the perks that I got from leveling up my Wraith. And yeah, it's been an awesome time. It's been really fun. So I encourage new players to try out the game, because at least in the lower levels, you're going to have a lot of fun. Like I said, I can't speak for the higher levels, but it's okay. As Survivor, you are going to lose a lot. I've lived through maybe, of the 50 chases I've been in, I've escaped death maybe 4 times. So I have a really bad lose ratio. I'm terrible at looping. I'm terrible at running away. I don't know the maps, obviously, but always, when you lose, it usually feels deserved. I haven't had a single game yet where I got hit or I got killed where I didn't feel like I deserved it. I feel like whenever the killer gets me, it's because they outplayed me. And whenever I don't get the survivor as a killer, it's either because lag or they outplayed me. So there's never really been the game doesn't feel unfair. It doesn't feel like anyone has an unfair advantage over me. It doesn't feel like I'm getting screwed yet, at least at these lower levels. And I haven't faced killers like the nurse yet, which I think goes to show the toxicity levels of the game aren't as high as people say. Because if the nurse, is as OP as you say, and it's always a win, even if it's not fun, you think everybody would be using the nurse, or at least practicing the nurse, even in lower levels. But in my 20 games of Survivor, 25 games of Survivor, I haven't encountered a single nurse. Actually, I haven't encountered any S-rank killer. It's the best killer I've counted in what people's tier list wise is probably the Huntress, and that's one of the starting killers in the game, so you can't blame people for using that. But yeah, so I mean, honestly, if you're a new player, the toxicity is not there. It's almost all just fun and games, right? And it's unfair to people who want to get into the game to see these videos, because people talking about how toxic it is, how competitive it is. These people have, they have thousands of hours in this game, right? They're in a completely different sphere, right? But the first 100 hours is really fun. It's still worth playing the game. If it takes you 100 hours to get to the toxic levels, that was a good buy. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks that there's not new players coming in because of that inclination of how bad the game can get. And that's the reason I haven't played it for so long. Right, because I was interested in the game about 2-3 years ago, but all I heard was bad things about the game. I heard issues with the balancing. I heard that the game was toxic. I heard that old players were dickheads. And now that I've actually played the game, I'm like, that's not true at all. I'm sure it is true. I don't think people are lying about it, but I'm just saying that it takes such a long time to get to that point in the game that, I mean, it's still worth trying out and playing and enjoying. And if enough people do that, the community will change to be less toxic when those players that, play new, such as me, once we bring our positivity, we bring it to the higher ranks, and that's when the game and the community will have a change for the better. Another thing I've noticed is that a lot of the people playing this game, even just popular streamers and stuff, are also very toxic as well. The TTV thing going on where you find toxic TTVers and shit like that. I mean, that's just so cringe to me, right? And I think it's really fun. People making the videos making fun of the Twitch people that are toxic is funny, but I mean, taking this game seriously is just such a dumb move. Like I said, I've lost so many games straight as Survivor, and not once did I feel bad about it. I have fun getting killed. When I'm getting chased by Naughty Bear and he's cutting my head off, that's hilarious, dude. It's a Naughty Bear, bro. He looks like an idiot, but he's killing me. It's funny, man. And then I legitimately get scared when I'm being chased by someone, bro. It's just such an awesome, exhilarating feeling, and it just sucks that so many people shit on it because I have 2,000 hours in the game, and this killer can do things I don't like. And it's like, bro, no new players ever will get to that point, right? And if they do, it's because they have 2,000 hours in the game, which obviously shows they really like the game. So, I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think there needs to be less toxicity surrounding the game. I've kind of been repeating points here. I just really want to drill it home that I want to encourage new players to play Dead by Daylight because it's not toxic, guys. I mean, it is probably at the later levels. Like I said, I don't have experience. But if your first 40 hours aren't toxic, then, I mean, that's a good purchase, like I said, man. And then by that point where it does get toxic, you'll just like the game, And you'll have friends on. Playing Survivor with friends is just so fun, man. I think using comms is a little bit cheap, a little bit cheesy, a little unfair to the killer. But, I mean, every time I used comms, I lost. So, who knows? And it makes it way more fun. And playing killer, to me, is just the most fun thing in the world. Chasing people around. Even if I kill no one. Even if I get 0 kills, the game. Even if I get 5 hooks and 0 kills, I don't care, man, because it was fun chasing people around. People trying to loot me and use different strategies on me. Me trying to guess what they're going to do next. It's just such a fun experience to me, man. It's like you're playing chess live. It's awesome, dude. It's like a mind games. It's so cool. So I mean, Dead by Daylight to me, it's a really fun game, guys. That's about it for this video, I think. I have to pad it out to 10 minutes actually, just because I like the 10-minute mark, right? So this is right now, we're done talking about anything. Right now I'm just talking to fill the air until 10 minutes. I'm padding it out. The reason I'm doing that is because, not because actually ad revenue increases or anything, because 8 minutes is where you get ads in the middle of the video. I'm actually padding it out because I like 10 minutes is a nice even number. I don't like my videos being too short. I think it looks a little bit stupid. So we're waiting until 10 minutes, guys. 10 seconds left for that, by the way. I'm looking at the recording right now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I just hope more people play Dead by Daylight and join the new experience and spread positivity like I'm trying to do in the game. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, like, subscribe, and stay blessed, guys. It's been Game Fanatic Cook, y'all.